Great job, Kay, and what you're doing. This is going to be a big week. And today's going to be a real important day for those of us who have been wanting to see our military rebuilt. And for those of us who want to stand up for our men and women in uniform who deserve the certainty that comes with an appropriations bill that gives them the funding they need to do their job and to train in a safe environment. Again, we've all seen last year alone, by more than a 3-to-1 margin, we lost more men and women in uniform to training deaths than we did to combat. That's inexcusable. We reverse that. By the way, the first time in 10 years that our military will be funded for a full year and not have to operate under a CR. It's been 10 years since we've seen that. And when you see Secretary Mattis and the other generals say that a CR in the short-term funding and lack of certainty is one of the biggest impediments to provide for strong national defense, we will reverse that today by passing this critical, important bill. Thank you, Kay, for the work that you and your subcommittee have done to keep our nation strong and to provide our men and women in uniform with the tools they need. We're also going to be bringing forward this Tax Cut 2.0 bill. In every swing district I go to around the country, people really love the tax cuts. They're seeing directly the benefits of tax cuts. It's not the millionaires and the billionaires. It's those hardworking families who are struggling to get by for 8 years with a slow and low growth economy. They're finally seeing their wages go up. People who were looking for work, who had given up looking for work, millions of them are now getting back in the workforce. And yet, with the temporary nature of some of the tax cuts on the individual side, there's still some uncertainty. We will remove that uncertainty this week by voting to make those tax cuts permanent. I challenge everybody, every Democrat who voted no, now that they're seeing middle-class families get the benefits, the $1,000 bonuses and pay raises that made the Christmas for so many of those families when Nancy Pelosi called it crumbs, and those families say that was a big deal and it was important for my family. They need to step up and vote to make these tax cuts permanent. And finally, I know this is something that happens on the other side of the chamber, but when you see what's going to happen tomorrow with Judge Kavanaugh and the open hearings that they're going to have, when you saw Judge Kavanaugh go on national TV, and I thought did an incredible job of laying out his case for why he deserves to be on the Supreme Court. And think about this. Every single girl that Judge Kavanaugh dated that's come forward has said he's a man of high integrity and deserves to be on the Supreme Court. How many people have been held to that standard? I think that says a lot, that when you see so many women that have come forward and say he's a man of high integrity, this is somebody that deserves to be on the Supreme Court. He deserves that vote and that opportunity, and I look forward to seeing the Senate move him out of committee this week and ultimately put him on the U.S. Supreme Court.